Hello everyone. Today I will presentation about scientific approach. Okay, what scientific approach is? Scientific approach is approach that is used in learning by emphasizing the use of scientific methods in teaching and learning activities. This is based on the essence of learning, which is actually a scientific process carried out by students and teachers. This approach is expected to make students think scientifically, logically, critically, and objectively in accordance with the facts. If referring to the ini kurikulum 2013 socialization data released by the Ministry of Education and Culture of the Republic of Indonesia. There are several criteria that must be met, including first, learning material based on fact or phenomena that can be explained with certain logic or reasoning, not limited to guesswork, fantasy, legend, or fairy tale. Number 2, teacher explanations, student response, and teacher-student educational introductions are free from instant bias, objective thinking, or reasoning that deviates from the logical thinking flow. Number 3, encourage and inspire students to think critically, analytically, and precisely in identifying, understand, solving problems, and applying learning material. Number 4, encourage and inspire students to able to think hypothetically in seeing differences, similarities, and links to each other from the learning materials. Number 5, encourage and inspire students to able to understand, apply, and develop rational and objective thinking patterns in responding to learning material. Number 6, based on concept, theories, and empirical fact that can be accounted for. Number 7, learning objectives are formulated in a simple and clear but interesting presentation system. In the scientific approach, there are several steps that must be done, namely observing, asking, rationing, trying, forming networks for all subjects. From my observation, there are some problems that occur in each step. Among others, observe. The problem with this process in the aspect of time, where our process of observing requires a significant amount of time. In terms of cost, this process also costs a lot of money, as well as energy expended. The level of concentration and focus on this process must be high. Okay? Otherwise, this can make what you want to learn obscure and unclear. Next, ask. In the questioning process, problems that arise usually originate from the question itself. The constraint are difficulties in making good questions and attracting students' interest and making students think critically about a study. It takes experience so that you have the skills to make interesting questions. Rationing. At this stage, the problem that I discovered was how to grow student skill for inductive and deductive thinking and draw conclusion from each phenomenon, whether specific or general. Other difficulty found at this stage is draw relationship from every phenomenon that exists. Next, trying. In history lessons, one of these stages is done so students are able to relate historical facts to everyday lives and everyday lives. If in this learning method, it is called contextual teaching learning. The problem is the readiness of the teacher to present the lesson and relate it to the phenomenon that is now happening. Next, establish a network. At this stage, student and teacher exchange information. Student can access information from anywhere, including the internet. The problem is that there are still many teachers who have not been able to the internet and use it for learning. The method that can be used in a scientific learning approach is discovery learning method. Discovery learning is a teaching method that emphasizes the importance of helping students to understand the structure or key ideas of a scientific discipline. The needs for activities, student involvement in the learning process, and the belief that true learning takes place through personal discovery. Weakness contained in this method include this method is not efficient for teaching large number of students because it takes a long time to help them find theories or solve other problems. This next discovery teaching is more suitable for developing understanding understanding, while developing aspect of concepts, skills, and emotion as a whole do not get much attended. Okay.